Good morning, good afternoon, and a wonderful evening to everyone. As some of you may know, the First Descendant has finally come out, and at this point, the game has been out for almost a week now. I'm here to talk to you about my personal opinion and my thoughts about the game. Is this game worth playing, or is it another game that you should give a hard pass to? So let's dive right in. First off, what is the First Descendant? The First Descendant is a looter shooter game created by Nexon, and it's set on a post apocalyptic world where people are fighting against the Colossi and a few other dimensional beings. This game took heavy inspiration from games like Warframe, Destiny 2, or The Division, but I'm not quite sure if they also took some inspiration from some looter shooter games that I'm not aware of. And speaking of taking inspiration from other looter shooter games, this game has taken quite a huge chunk of how Warframe plays as a game. Even the gear based progression is the same, and the account based progression is the same. You have mastery ranks, you have modules, your weapon levels are very different from your character levels. You can put a crystallization catalyst on your weapons and your characters, which is basically putting a forma on them. It's the same with doubling your module capacity, which is also similar in terms of using like a golden potato on a warframe or a blue potato on your weapons. The only difference is in this game, it's all done by one item and it's called an energy activator. There's also the fact that you can add bonus stats to your weapon, kind of similar to how a Riven works, but instead of being put in as a module on your weapons, it's a substat you get once you loot the weapon. And the thing is, you can also re-roll them. It's not the same for some other gears that have bonus stats, like a reactor or one of the other four accessory stuffs in your equipment. But yeah, a lot of parallels that I'm seeing. So, what is the gameplay like? As this game is a looter shooter, this game heavily relies on the grind. And by the grind, I mean go to a mission, do so and then you'll get resources, materials, equipment, stuff like that. It's not to say that it's bad, but if executed incorrectly, the game can be quite boring. And is the First Descendant boring? Sure, some people might say this game is boring, but for me personally, I kind of like this game. And by that, I mean I like the characters a lot. Have you seen Ultimate Bunny? She is. I have no words for it. She kind of makes me uncomfortable looking at her, but aside from that, the characters is what I go for in this game. Everything is basically recycled stuff like defense missions, exterminate, escort, stuff like that. But executed correctly, it can be quite fun. And they did enough variations for them that it kind of works. For me personally, I like the fact that I can just sometimes turn off my brain and look at enemies fall like flies as they run towards my bullets, which is not an understatement since some of them literally are running towards your bullets most of the times. The AI is worse than Warframe. Like, at least in Warframe, enemies tend to find cover, and if they don't, they just horde at you. But I digress. This game is on its early stages. They probably didn't have, much time to think about enemy AI movements and stuff. But the fact that the boss battles, I mean, the void intercept battles, I'm not talking about the boring ass in mission boss battles, those are very boring. It's like deal this amount of damage. Poof! Balloons are popping up. Oh no! What do I do? You gotta shoot them all at once, destroy them all at once, or do them in sequence, or wait for them to get rid of their invulnerability phase or whatever and damage them from there. That part's boring. But the boss battles are very nice. I like them. And I mean the void intercept battles. Those are a lot of fun. It will test your game mechanics, it will test you if you're doing enough damage, it will test you if you're paying attention to your surroundings. It does a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of fun. For me, that is. And now to our next topic, monetization. So I've been giving this game about 50-50 good, 50% bad, and it's gonna go downhill from here. The monetization in this game is very aggressive. And for those of you who are about to say, oh, but you can just farm for everything and yeah. I know that. I very much know that. And I don't really care much for the monetization on this game because I know I can farm for everything like everybody should know. But it's just way too aggressive. What if, for some reason, you tell yourself, I'm enjoying this game a lot and I've been having a great time with my buddies and we've been having a blast and we want to support the developers. But then you go into their cash shop and what greets you? This monstrosity. You know, I was hoping Nexon will not be overly aggressive with their microtransactions, but I guess I saw it coming. With a whole Maple Story issue from back then where they actually manipulated drop rates and stuff and they got sued for a lot of money for it, you'd think they learned their lesson, right? Well, they probably did learn their lesson seeing as there's no loot boxes in this game, and I don't think the issue from a few days ago where people are not getting a specific part for Descendant, that one might just be a bug, not a manipulation in the drop rates on their part. But yeah, it still doesn't feel good looking at their shop and how it monetizes everything. And one thing that I really hate that they changed was the way you color characters or the armor and the costumes. Last year, even the base skins for your descendants can be customized to look the way that you want it to. But now, they got rid of that because why not, right? And here's something I find funny. It's the fact that they give you free paint to use on your characters, but you can't apply it to your character's base skin. They literally just said to your face, here's a paint. Now go buy something from our cash shop so you can use it. That is very scummy. I don't like the fact that they did that. They could have just give us something else in return. And if you do buy a skin and you want to apply paint on it, you will have to buy a consumable paint. And no, there are no permanent paints in the game. Even the free ones you get, once you use them, they're gonna be stuck in that specific armor piece of the skin that you bought. So yeah, it sucks. And if you're wondering, how much will it cost for you to basically have all the paint in one specific armor piece? It's going to be $75 for that specific piece, which sucks. It sucks really bad. They should have just copied Warframe's monetization model one-to-one, and they probably would be more successful that way since we have proof that how Warframe monetizes its game works. people have no qualms in purchasing stuff from the Warframe market because it doesn't hurt the bank. But no, Nexon doesn't want to do it that way. They want to get the largest amount of money as fast as possible. Because you know what? And I don't want to say this, but they probably don't plan on sticking to this game for that long because of how they're doing stuff. Or it could just be one of those. It's their business practice. It's in their basically corporate genes. They don't want to change their ways, so this is what we get. But setting all my feelings aside with regards to this game's monetization model, it is a free-to-play game, so you can just play it for free. And this game relies heavily on gear-based progression, so buying the stuff that makes you stronger kinda takes out the fun in actually playing the game. And now for the final thing I wanted to talk about, the game's story. So objectively speaking, this game is quite interesting. The premise of it at least is so interesting to me. But the fact that it's poorly executed makes everything so boring and feels so forced. So if I were to play this game all over again from the start, I would probably just skip all the storyline parts and the dialogues, cause it's I wished it wasn't there, but it is basically. So for my final thoughts of this game, would I recommend it to you as a gamer or for someone who's just looking for a pastime? Yeah, I'll definitely recommend it because it's sort of fun. The gameplay loop is fun. If you like really hot, really cool looking characters, then yeah, this game has a lot of them. And there's a lot of things to discover too. Would I rather choose this game over Warframe or anything else? No, definitely not. This game to me is a filler game. It's there because I've run out of content to do on the other games that I'm playing. I'm not playing this game because it's my priority. I'm playing this game because it's there and it looks cool. So yeah, do with that information what you will, and hopefully you got something out of this video. If you enjoyed my content or this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on that bell notification so you don't miss my next video. That's it for me for basically this game. I will be posting some more content with regards to the First Descendant, builds, guides, and stuff like that. And yeah, have a great day, everyone. This is Nijimax signing off.